Money Monday, week number 3. Let's talk about credit cards, the 1 hour weekly habit that changed everything inside my business. Here we are on week 3 inside of the Level Up with Lacey podcast, inside of our Money Monday series. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys today all about credit cards and how I use them and why I use them and the benefits and how things can go south real fast, all the things. So credit cards are either a powerful financial tool or the fastest way to destroy your business finances and your life. Most salon owners fall into one of two categories. They either avoid them completely, don't have credit cards, don't utilize them, nothing, or they use them carelessly with absolutely zero system. So today, inside Money Monday, I want to walk you through exactly how I use credit cards inside of my business. So you guys with me? You ready to rock and roll? Let's go. Let's talk about why I use credit cards in my business. People in general can associate credit cards with being in debt. You got credit cards to your name and you've got debt, living beyond your means, financial stress. It can come with a lot of, I'll say, negative connotation, and at least it has in my life. I think that a lot of this has to do with maybe how I was raised with my mom and dad. And thoughts around credit cards. You might think that credit cards will get me in trouble. Okay, so I just avoid them altogether. Or that's how people rack up debt, is they use credit cards. Or maybe you don't trust yourself with them. I've had this feeling a time or two in my life of thinking, I don't think that's a good idea, right? I don't feel like that now, but there has been a season in my life, okay? Credit cards don't create financial chaos. A lack of your discipline does. And we're going to get into that. When you use credit cards intentionally inside your business, credit cards can actually become one of the most powerful financial tools you have. They're not extra money. They're simply a different way to move money around that you already have. You're essentially just moving money, okay? Think about it this way. If you're already spending money inside your business every single month, and all of you guys that are listening right now that own salons, you're spending a lot of money. Things like your booking software, education, supplies, travel, marketing, inventory, salon centric, state beauty supply, like the list goes on. You're spending money. Why wouldn't you allow those purchases to work for you and to get free money off of spending anyway? With the right system in place, those same purchases can generate points, cashback, and travel rewards. All right? And in my case, I use credit cards primarily for points and for the travel perks. That's what I like to use them for. Almost all of my flights are free, simply because I run my normal business expenses through my Southwest credit card. Like, that's probably my biggest perk. And I'll continue to do this because who doesn't want free flights? It is amazing, okay? Credit cards should never be used as a way to afford something you couldn't otherwise afford, okay? So if you can't afford something and you think, I'm just going to put it on the credit card, that's the mindset that's going to get you in trouble. And this is where Money Monday ties into everything. Every single Monday, I log into my credit card account and look at the weekly transactions. What was spent in the last week? I make sure everything looks good. Nothing's random. There's no subscriptions I forgot to cancel or random charges. And here's the key. I pay the balance off every single week. It's not the minimum payment. It's pay balance. Check. Done. Next Monday, pay balance. Check. Done. Pay balance. Every single week. It never racks up a balance. If I don't have the money, it doesn't get spent. That's the difference between using credit cards as a financial asset versus letting them become a liability. Do you guys see the difference? Okay, so hear me out. If I'm already spending the money in my business, which I am, I might as well get free flights. The past couple of years, I've spent enough money with Southwest that they keep awarding me these companion passes. So anyone can fly free with me every single time I travel. All I have to pay is $11.50 through Southwest because a companion can fly free. They keep awarding me this and I'll keep taking it. Okay? That is huge, you guys. Huge. We like to travel. If you don't travel a lot and you're thinking, Lacey, this doesn't apply to me, you can still utilize it for cash back or Visa or Amazon gift cards. Like there are so many perks that you can use credit cards for. I'm just giving you guys like how I use them. I do use them as cash back on, I'll say my Salon Lace credit card. That I do use LG Education and Salon Lace. We'll get into this in just a second. Differently for different reasons. Okay. So let's talk about how I structure mine. I've got one credit card for Salon Lace that all of our salon transactions, everything goes on that credit card. And then I have two inside of LG Education. Okay. One of these is primarily for Meta ads because we do spend quite a bit of money inside Meta and just keeping things organized. But having separate credit cards for separate businesses is important. So if you have multiple businesses or you have personal and business, separate those. You do not want multiple businesses going on the same credit card. Okay. This allows me to see where my money is being spent and which business it belongs to because it's important. Do not run multiple businesses on the same credit card. It might seem easier in the moment. You just have one card, you're racking up all the points, all the mileage, everything, but it's going to create a bookkeeping nightmare. Okay. And your bookkeeper, your CPA will not be happy about it. How do I know? Because I've done it. Or you've used the wrong credit card. And you're like, oh, wait, that was actually for the other business. Like, they're not going to be happy. So just make sure you have separate credit cards for separate businesses. Okay. All right. So I've got 5 simple rules when it comes to using credit cards that I'm going to give you guys. Very simple that I use inside my own business. Okay. Rule number 1, credit cards are not extra money. So I don't utilize this as put it on the credit card. I'll pay it off later when I have time. My mindset doesn't even go there. All right. So don't get caught up in thinking this is money that you have if you don't have it inside your bank account. Okay. It's not extra money. Rule number 2, only spend money that already exists in your bank account. Those two kind of go hand in hand. If you don't have it in the bank account, you don't put it on the credit card. Rule number 3, pay them off every single Monday. I really don't care what day of the week it is. You could pay them off every Wednesday, every Friday, every Saturday, I don't care. Pick a day. I just like Money Monday or Finance Friday. Okay. Rule number 4, if you can't pay it off immediately, don't put it on the card. Meaning if it's going to take you a while to pay it off, you don't put it on your credit card. If I can't pay for it by Monday, it is not going on there. Rule number 5, use these credit cards for organization and rewards and perks and assets and work the system instead of using them for borrowing money. So you can see how all of these really go hand in hand, these rules around a mind shift. When you are using them to work on your side, as far as getting free travel and flights and companion passes and money, you're utilizing them and they're working for you instead of getting you in a lot of trouble. And credit cards can get you in a lot of trouble. And how do I know? Because I've been there, you guys. In my 20s, I got in some trouble and racked up quite a bit of credit card debt. Business inside of Elizabeth Jean Salon. Okay. So I've done this before and it was not fun. Dug a huge hole and it was not fun to get out. We did, but it took some time. And the interest and the penalties, looking back, I'm like, this was one of the dumbest things I have ever done. So don't do that. And if you're in it right now, you need to find a plan to get out. Okay. And that's not what this episode is about, but I know there's strategies and ways that you can get out of credit card debt. Okay. Let's talk about the danger of misusing credit cards. Okay. Common issues that salon owners run into. This is what I see and what I've heard and what I coach to my students when what I hear is using credit cards to cover cash flow problems or even payroll. Ooh, red flag. Carrying balances over month to month. Just racking it up on the credit card and it carries over month to month to month to month. Not knowing their monthly spend. They don't even know what's going on the credit card. Or subscriptions stacking up. And this is a big one, okay? The subscription stacking up is one that salon owners are known to like just purchase, the app and then forget to cancel it for the 7-day free trial period. And then they'll check their credit card and 4 months later, they're still fucking paying for it. Check your credit card, okay? Too many subscriptions. No plan. Going off of emotions and feelings instead of data. When salon owners start using credit cards to cover payroll, rent, basic operating expenses, it usually means that the business is not generating enough cash flow to support itself, and you have a spending problem. Credit cards can temporarily hide the problem because the payment isn't due immediately, but all that does is delay the reality and get you in trouble later on down the road. Okay? What ends up happening is this: if you don't pay it off immediately, your balance is going to grow. You're going to spend the money in your bank account instead of paying off what's on your credit card. The balance grows month after month. Interest will start stacking up and stacking up fast. Okay. And the business is now paying for past expenses while trying to run the current month and paying an insane amount in interest and penalties. Huge red flag. Don't do it. Do not get yourself in this pickle. Credit cards should support your business operations, not hold them together. Okay? This is why my weekly Money Monday habit matters so much, is to pay the credit cards off every week. I'm reviewing every single transaction that hit my credit card that week. Okay? And I can catch mistakes, red flags, issues much, much faster and make data-based decisions and not go off of emotions inside of my business. Both businesses. Okay? So I hope this is helpful. I hope you guys could see how I use credit cards to my benefit inside of Salon Lace and LG Education. It's a beautiful thing when you've got a good system down and you're disciplined. So my biggest feedback, point of advice moving forward is if you do not have discipline and you are not a very disciplined person, don't get a credit card. Just don't even do it. You're going to get yourself in more trouble. And don't come at me and say, Lacey says I need a business credit card. If you are not disciplined, you don't. You don't need one, and I don't recommend it, okay? All right, you guys have heard me talk, and if you've been keeping up with our series, I have talked about a monthly spreadsheet that I use every month where I track only 3 numbers. I track the overall business revenue, expenses, and business profit and profit margin. Okay, so technically 4. And next week, we're going to be going so much deeper into that system. So I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you guys stay with me. All right. If you're ready to stop living in fear when you check your bank account, then I want you to join me for the next couple of weeks as we continue inside of our Money Monday series. I hope you guys are loving this. I'm loving it, and just giving you guys tips and tricks that have worked for me inside of Salon Lace and LG Education, and for you to take those same strategies and implement inside of your businesses. So much love to you guys. I'll see you guys right back here, same time, same place, every single Monday. I love you guys. Have a great week.